So, what do you get when a popular audio brand brings out true wireless earbuds? Well, you get absolute chaos. Goedendag, we're DHRME. Dope headphone reviews made easy.
Well, to start off with, these earbuds are very comfortable. I didn't test this with anything except the stock tips, and the comfort is solid. You just get 3 sets of tips in the box, so if you're someone who finds themselves in between sizes, that might be something to consider. The insertion depth is not very deep, but it's not very shallow either. A bit above average for wireless earbuds. They also fit very securely, and although I haven't eaten too many bananas with them, I have done some headbanging. So take a look and see how well they stayed in my ears despite listening to some good old heavy metal.
These buds have the wired IEM look on the shell, which is, audiophiles aren't known for their fashion sense, and they have a transparent lid in a small but thick charging case, which is about twice the width of something like a Jabra Elite 5 case. So not quite pocketable, but still portable.
Alright, with that out of the way, these buds are from an audio company, so you can be sure that they'll nail the audio, or can you? But before we get to that, let's not waste your time. If you're here for noise cancelling, transparency, an app, or extra features like an in-ear sensor, you might as well go to our YouTube channel and check out one of the many 100 videos we've made about buds like that from Sony, Bose, Jabra, Earphone, Soundcore. Well, you get the picture. You're not getting any of these here. What you do get is a 40 millisecond low latency gaming mode. However, switching to that gaming mode was challenging because
the one true wireless thing these buds do have is touch control. For me, the touch controls were not great. They're also very basic in what you can do. You get around by means of double taps, triple taps, and single taps, and we got tapped out with them because there were just so many false taps. You don't get volume controls, but you do get play, pause, and track control. You can call up your phone's voice assistant, and there are call controls on board. Answer and hang up, or reject. Not quite fuckman level because you can't mute a phone call directly using the touch controls, or even adjust volume. You'll need your phone for doing those things.
And while we are at it, let's test phone calls. Here are some microphone samples compared to the Sony LinkBuds S. Admittedly a more expensive device, but still good to give you some sort of idea of how these perform. KZ VXS, quiet conditions. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing. 1, 2, 3. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing. 1, 2, 3. Sony LinkBuds S, quiet conditions. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing. 1, 2, 3. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing. 1, 2, 3. KZ VXS, noisy conditions. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing. 1, 2, 3. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing. Sony LinkBuds S, noisy conditions. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing. 1, 2, 3. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing. KZ VXS, windy conditions. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing. 1, 2, 3. There's a dog coming. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing. 1, 2, 3. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing. 1, 2, 3. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing. 1, 2, 3. So what do you think? In our view, these microphones are not great. They perform okay if it's quiet, but there's absolutely no effort gone into noise suppression, it looks like. So whatever noises are around you, these microphones pick them up, even though CVC is advertised in the marketing material. So not great for most conditions. But that's not why you're here. So let's talk about battery life.
Yep. What does this rather unique looking chunky case get you? It gets you 5 hours on the buds with about 4 charges in the case. And that's what they advertise, without ANC, without transparency, without fast charging, without wireless charging. Yeah, that's just about usable, or you may not even be so forgiving. So we've been basically not saying that great things about this, have we? Well, it's time to turn the tables. The KZ VXS sound fantastic. With their 10mm dynamic driver and the Qualcomm QCC3040 chip on board, these deliver really rich sound with aptX. They lose a bit of resolution on the high end with AAC, but it's clear that they're still great sounding earbuds.
What I particularly like about these earbuds is the quality of the bass. It's controlled, tight, punchy, but still not overdone. Very enjoyable bass. These are meant to be V-shaped, so the bass and the treble are the stars of the show. But what we loved about them is also the timbre, especially in the mid regions. Now, there is clearly a recess in the lower mids, but voices and lead instruments sound sublime. But every genre we threw at it, rock, EDM, jazz, classical, and Megadeth's new album that I was just headbanging to, all of them sounded great with the distortion really clawing at your ears. If you ever heard a guitar amp in real life, these do a fantastic job of approximating that sound. We can nitpick and analyze, but there is some music gear that you just want to use because it makes you feel your music, And the KZ VXS falls in that category. We absolutely love these for sound. And when I have a lot of buds on my table, I find myself reaching for these just to listen to music. So that's great. If we had to be very critical, there is a slight peak in the treble that is a bit much for our ears, especially at higher volumes and with music that have very high-pitched sounds like hi-hats. But as we said, this is a nitpick. What isn't a nitpick though is since there's no app, there are no EQ possibilities, so tuning down the treble has to be done by a third-party app like Wavelet, for example, and all the risks that come with using third-party apps. For audio lovers who care about nothing else at all, these are very well tuned for a fun experience, and everything about them sounds great to us except the treble. These are also very loud. I'm not kidding. At about 40% on my Android phone, it was already going into loud territory, so I wouldn't even want to enter the red zone. I think these might be the loudest earbuds. No, these are the loudest earbuds we've ever tried wireless. So if you get them, be careful. These should come with a hearing damage warning.
So overall, we think you as a watcher will fall in one of two camps. The ones who only cared about that last section on sound and those who care about the whole package. I think you know which camp you belong to. You've been searching for belonging and we've been DHRME. Namaste.